Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to an all-new Gwent episode on my channel. I'm Furo, and today I'm presenting you another discard SKELLIGE deck with King Bran in it, of course. But this time the deck is a bit different than the decks you're usually seeing. We're running the Champion of Champions, which should also be in this row, not in the melee row, by the way. So we are playing the Champion of Champion in the ranged row. He will be your only unit in the row, and he's getting +2 base strength at the start of your turn, if it is the only unit in the row. That can be getting pretty big until the end of the game. If you play the Champion of Champions on round 1, then you can resurrect him on round 2 and 3 with stuff like the Reaver and the Restore. So that's pretty excellent. And otherwise, the deck is built with weather decks in mind. So the SKELLIGE discard deck is a bit weak against weather normally. So that's why we are running triple Armorsmith, which is immune to weather and is resetting all weakened non-god units on the road to base strength. So if your opponent is using a lot of weather effects, you can just drop the Armorsmith in the lane where the weather effect was happening, and then everything is going back to base strength, which is excellent. And also the rest of the deck is then pretty much the same that you know. We also run the clan Brokvar Archer, which is again immune to weather, and he can remove 1 strength from 3 non-god units. So the 3 strength that he's removing is not super much, but he's still 8 points worth it, and he is immune to weather, so that's another card that you can play against the weather decks. Overall, the deck is running pretty good for me so far, and especially the Champion of Champions. If your opponent is not using a Caretaker, because a Caretaker, if he's playing monsters, Caretaker is super dangerous against the Champion of Champions. But in most cases, if he's using the Caretaker too early, he will snatch you the NILFGAARD and you will still keep the Champion of Champions. So not that of a problem, in fact. Most likely the NILFGAARD is getting snatched. Anyway guys, we are playing this deck now on the ladder. I'm currently rank 15 with around, not sure, around 3.9k points. Around that, might be 4k, not sure right now. But we will play on the ladder and see how the deck is working on rank 15. So let's go. So game 1, we have King Bran versus the Gwent. So either facing a consume deck or we are facing a weather deck. Let's find out. And for the start, we are dropping the NILFGAARD here for sure. We have another Archer, we have the Yennefer. And what else do we want to drop? Priestess. Getting Ermion, which is decent. Then we can drop the Skirmisher at least with the Ermion. And I would say the rest is alright. We could drop 1 Armorsmith here. And we're just keeping 1. Yeah, let's drop 1 Armorsmith. That was a series, so we have all the 4 gold cards. Pretty good. We will start here with the King Bran. Getting the NILFGAARD. The... where is it? Brokvar. And we're also getting, there you go, the Raider into the graveyard. They're then spawning on the board. And Champion of Champions, we like to play that here. He's probably playing Consume. Roach is spawning, drawing 2 cards. We're drawing 1 card, which is a Priestess. Which means we are currently 22 points ahead. He hasn't played a single card. If he's just dropping the Crones here, that's just giving him, right from those 2 cards, he's getting 22 points, which is a lot. So definitely not like that. Can't play the Champion of Champions now because there is a Roach on the board. And we will right now just go for the Ermion. Getting the first light, we're getting another Armorsmith. We are dropping the Skirmisher. And I would say we can drop an Armorsmith. Be good enough. So it's 28 points to 0 with Shaggling. Interesting. So if he is interested in using the Caretaker on this one, might be. So he's going into the graveyard for the next round. Then he can use a Caretaker and draw another 2 cards. And we are also getting 1 card, of course. We are now passing. 28 to 0. He hasn't played a single unit on the board. Oh, that's also pass. Okay, so we're winning this round. That was unexpected. Not a single crown for him. And because with the series, that is pretty excellent. We have the Yennefer as well, so probably we're going for Yennefer and the Siri. And getting a huge round here. opponent has currently 13 cards, we have 12. So the round should go quite a long time. Let's start here with the Yennefer. He's played the Shackles already, so there should only be one in his deck. Would be very unusual if he's playing 2 Shackles. As expected, there is a Caretaker, which is then spawning the Avallach on the board. So he's drawing another 2, we are drawing 1. Because the Caretaker is now out of the game, we can easily play the Champion of Champions, buffing the card this round super heavily. He needs to win the round, because we took down the first one. And then... oh, don't use that. That was mean. So now the Champion of Champions is not getting buffed, unfortunately. He would be very huge at the end of this round. The round is going on for such a long time, then we are just doing the Reaver on the 3rd round and winning the game. Just like that. Super easy, in fact. So can't do that now. We will go for the Shieldsmith here. Let's buff the Brokvar up to 7 points. There's currently 3 more cards, but we are 30 points ahead. So you can assume that one card is worth 10 points in general. And what are we doing now? Probably taking care of the Skirmisher here.
Bow before modern Freya.
Let's pick up this one. Worth 10 points. Playing with the Ancient Foglet, so... and it's definitely not a consume deck. Going for the Weather, Drowner, Foglet, yeah. So a lot of weather effects might be spawning here. And the Armorsmith is then really good. We have another one in the graveyard already, so we can take that with the Priestess. And we have the weather immune cards in form of the Archer. Yennefer, of course, is just continuing her work, dealing damage again and again and again. Also Thunder on the Avallach. Interesting. Which on the other hand means that we are not able to play the Archer right now. Otherwise we would hit our own unit. I don't like that. We might just play the Ciri. Definitely need to keep the first light if he's spawning too many weather effects. There is another Ancient Foglet. Yennefer's hitting that down to 4 as well. And now the Archer is coming, doing 3 points of damage. So huge advantage, but still there is a card advantage on his side. We are most likely getting the Ciri back. Another Elder Thunder. And another Archer is coming. He's clearing the weather immune cards because he's trying to spawn weather. Just a couple of turns, I would assume, and then he's not happy if there are weather immune cards on the board. Another Foglet. Alright, so that means we are spawning the last Archer now. We're killing the double Foglets here, and we are going for the Ancient Foglet as well. And look at that huge point advantage, which is looking great, but in fact if there is one weather effect, we're losing so many points. So he was getting rid of the Archer, he was getting rid of a Priestess. Which means we can play, for example, another Archer. We could just pass. If we are passing now, we could spawn weather in the front row. And we would lose quite a lot. We only have then 10 points, so that's 23 points we are losing. With only one card. But he still needs to play 2 cards here in general. And the Yennefer is also hitting, so we need more points. I would say we could just pass now. Wouldn't be that bad. We are keeping the Armorsmith then for the last round. If we're using the Armorsmith now, we're getting a lot of points back. Which isn't that bad as well. Yeah, we're using the Armorsmith now. It's okay. Only problem would be a Geralt Igni. Hasn't played one so far. Oh, that's not looking like it. Why is he hitting this for 1? We're passing now. Right now he would keep the Wild Hunt Warrior for the last round. We are getting the Ciri back into our hand. There is the Biting Frost. So getting rid of a lot of points. Still 30 points ahead. Yennefer is hitting again. So that's 31. There's a Crone. Still ahead. Would keep the Crone Whispers here. And we are still ahead. Man. Oh, and there's just a concede. Alright. It wasn't even necessary to finish the game here. That was kinda easy. So a great victory for the first game, and let's try again. Let's give me a good game. So our next opponent is a Brokvar, so we are facing Skirmishers. We can expect to see some dwarves here in general. Can also, otherwise you're seeing Commando Neophyte decks, which makes sense with the Brokvar as well, because then he can search for the Elias. Anyway, so we are definitely dropping this one. Getting an Armorsmith. Skirmisher. We have 2 gold cards so far. I don't think we need the first light in this matchup. There is no weather. Getting another archer. So why not drop an Armorsmith as well? Oh no, we are getting the roach. That was bad. That's definitely not the one we wanted here. Damn you, roach. Why would you do that to me? We have 1 restore card, so Champion of Champions can come back. At least this time the roach is not spawning the same lane like the Champion of Champions. So we're starting with this one. Let's see if he can survive. Most likely not. There will be an Auto Thunder or an Archer. Interesting that he's using the Archer here, which is not able to kill the Champion of Champions right now. And if he's interested in using another Archer for the next round, for the next turn, I really like to prevent that, and that's why we are going for the Armorsmith. So wait, no. This Shieldsmith is better. If we're using the Armorsmith, yeah, then of course the Champion of Champions is not getting buffed. No, that is not worth it. Back to 5 points, and he has currently then... how much do you have? 6, 9, 8 points. Brokvar is directly searching for silver card that early. What are you up to? Forge maybe? Could be interesting. No, it's the King of Daggers. Going for the Elf Mercenary, which is spawning the Biting Frost. And we don't care too much right now for the Biting Frost. We still have the option to go for King Bran, and we're probably doing that this round as well, of course. But this looks nice. Let's go for the Archer. Kill the Elf Mercenary. Another decoy, King of Beggars. Spawning another Archer. Alright, this time he's hitting again the Champion of Champions, which is just getting buffed more and more. Okay, we're going for King Bran. Our units unfortunately going down to 1 point, but we have the Armorsmith here, so we can just rebuff them. And because he has played... oh no. Because he has played 2 archers already, there was a decent chance that he was not able to kill those. Still going for the Armorsmith. Brokvar is up to 4 again. Armorsmith is 5. He's immune to weather. Only 27 to 15 points. There is a Orca Smuggler, which is decent. Still the Roach, man. That just sucks. Currently 29 points to 20, so 9 points advantage. Champion of Champions is getting buffed, which normally means that he would need 2 cards here if he's trying to win the round. Yeah, I guess we are just passing now. If he has a Hawker healer, then that would be good enough for him. He's getting 2 from the Hawker healer and 12 from the buff, so that would be 14 points. And we are only going up to 31 points. But because he's playing with the Archer, there might not be a Hawker healer in his deck. Might be that he's playing the Archer instead of the Hawker healer. We have seen the Elf Mercenary, we have seen the Hawker Smuggler, so that's already a lot of the Bronze cards. There's a Lazarate, there's a Biting Frost. Well, that is a decent option, a decent chance that he's not playing the Hawker healer. That's why we can do that. Yeah, that is no Hawker healer. The Vanguard, the Dragoon, buffing 1 unit for 4 in his hand. And he is using another card, so it's 4 cards, we have 6. Win the round by 1 point. We're spawning Morkvark, we are spawning Olgit, so directly 11 points. Morkvark is going down to 6, so that's 9. We still have the Roach, which we are probably now just dropping. We need to play a card, and it's highly possible that he is just passing. No, he's not. He's playing a Hawker Smuggler. Alright. If you like that. Good for me. We're going for the Priestess. We are
Bow before
picking up
modern Freya.
the Shieldsmith, buffing our Brokvar, so that he's not dying that easily. 23 to 7 points. There's an Orquist. So you're interested in keeping this one going. Alright, then we can play the Yennefer.
There'll be nothing to pick up when I'm done with you.
Have strength, my love.
Elf Mercenary, Rally Effect, spawning a Dragoon, buffing another card in his hand. Which one? This? Most of the time he's buffing some ambush cards like a Tor Wheel. But last round he was buffing the Hawker Smuggler just to win the round. So it's 22 to 28. We definitely need to keep on playing here, of course, because we lost the first round. So we're going for the Archer with the Hawker Smuggler. And we will... The Orquist is coming back into his hand. We will hit the smaller units here. Also gives us a better chance to hit 2 units right now with the Yennefer. So this might be the card that was buffed. 19 to 34. Yeah, let's go for the Skirmisher.
The storm is coming. Let's enjoy the
Ah, he
weather
was
while
buffing
we
the
still
Elf
can.
Mercenary. There is no more unit in his deck. We will play another Elf Mercenary.
By the rates of Morhog.
So the Orquist is coming back into his hand. Let's hit those. Which means he now has 2 cards. If he's passing, if he's not continuing here in this round, then he would keep 2 cards. He's continuing, wow. What is your plan? Oh, let's see. Definitely want to keep the restore for the last round for the Champion of Champions. So we are just dropping the Geralt Igni as another 4 point. The Yennefer is hitting the Hawker Smuggler then. That will be the only card. Currently is 13 points behind. If that's a Tor Wheel, that will be 6 plus another 4, though that's 10. Still not ahead. Still not ahead. Let's try.
We were not the ones to stop this.
Yeah, with that, he's so far behind. We will now pass. Very unlikely that he's winning. Seriously. So let's just pass. There is the Tor Wheel as expected. So that's still 20 points. And he's passing as well, keeping his last card. We have also 1 card with the Restore, which is super powerful here. We're getting the Morkwark, we're getting the Olgierd. And with the Restore, we are just getting the Champion of Champions, which is such a huge card. Hermione will help us to get the Roach back. We are not drawing any cards with that, unfortunately. So, Champion of Champions currently 22 points. That's a lot. So, there you go. Which means even if he is killing the Champion of Champions here with... Oh, that is not helping you. With the Geralt Igni, we still have the 9 points. Geralt Igni is only 4 points. Hermione spawning the Roach for 5. So that's a huge advantage. Can't win that anymore, Saskia. Nope. That's a victory. Another one. And kinda easy. Again. Champion of Champions is currently 28 points worth it. That is huge. So he was able to take down the round more or less alone. Even if he was the only card on the board, he would have won the game. So that's it for today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you like the deck and try that out against some weather stuff. It's pretty good against that, but also against other decks it is working. This card, SKELLIGE, currently super great. And tomorrow most likely will be the announcement of the next patch. So check out the Gwent Twitch stream tomorrow at, not sure the time, might be 7 PM in Europe. So a bit earlier for you if you're living in America. And otherwise, you can check out the news later that day on some sites like GwentDB.com. Thank you for watching, guys, for today, and see you then in the next Gwent episode. Have a nice day. Goodbye.